The spread of COVID-19 in South Africa and the resulting nationwide lockdown has seen the Lungile Foundation at the forefront with their programs to make life a little easier for the next person. But their amazing work hasn't stopped there. They also have programs and initiatives in place to combat the fight against gender-based violence in response to Women's Month. Joining us now is founder and director Unathi. Welcome to the Loft, Butwam.
Hi, Palisa. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for joining us and bringing the Lungile Foundation to Afternoon Express. Now, Unathi, why did you start this foundation and what is the vision for it?
Well, we started the foundation 6 years ago. That's after my father and I were in a car accident. My father was a community-based person and he loved sharing, even though he didn't have much. So I felt that in honor for his legacy to live, let us start the foundation as the family.
What are some of the foundation's main areas of focus?
Well, what we focus on, because it was crime, education, which is very important. We focus on sports. We focus on women empowerment. As you are aware that part of most of our learners in our bursary scheme are young women. And that is why we want to empower them, so that they can able to empower others.
Wow. And how has the foundation been able to give a helping hand to the underprivileged during this time of COVID-19 and, of course, the national-wide lockdown?
Well, the foundation has never had a lockdown. We have been to Northern Cape, where we were welcomed by the Premier. We donated food parcels. We were in Eastern Cape, rural villages, where we were donating food parcels, sanitary towels, etc. So we've been actually running a whole food program when lockdown started, because we've realized that no matter how much everyone is saying we must sanitize and we must put on masks, people are hungry and people are going to die of hunger more than protecting themselves.
And that's the sad reality, it seems like, Unathi. A lot of people they believe they have to choose between either purchasing PPE and having those equipment in place and those sanitizers to keep clean and hygienic. But also, on the other hand of the spectrum, it is people's livelihoods that are at stake daily. So we appreciate foundations like yourselves that are making sure that all angles are ticked off. Now, where does the foundation stand with regards to Women's Month?
Well, as you are aware, that we have a whole month dedicated to women, and mostly throughout the year we have women programs. But every Wednesday we've got a power hour where we have women in business, young women in design. We speak to them. This month we launched the Women's Month in Philippi and in Happy Valley, where it's a woman-run farming and a woman-run NGOs that are helping the community. So we've been working with women all over the Western Cape during this month of Women's Month, and we'll continue to do so up until we close the Women's Month.
Wow. I love the fact that you're saying that until we close Women's Month. Well, I can only hope, Unathi, your work will continuously go throughout the end of the year. And Nagu 2021, we know that you will do such amazing work in those vulnerable communities of the Philippi and neighboring areas. Now, what are some of the future plans for the Lungile Foundation?
Well, we've got good future plans. We've got the Chester Williams Festival. As you are aware, Chester passed away. So we had a discussion with his wife to have a Chester Williams Festival, which will take place in Cedarburg Municipality. We've also have an Eastern Cape program, because we want to focus on education and in sports, because a child that is in sports is a child out of prison. So we want to emphasize that sports goes with education, because it gives a clear state of the mind. So those are part of our plans, and part of our plans is to train young people from grade 10s how to make good choices in terms of subjects, and that will be partnering with the departments of higher education. So those are some of the programs that we'll be having during the course, and now that COVID, we're on level 2, will be more out there trying to assist the youth in particular, because the youth is the future of this country. As you see that the youth are more than 60%, and this country should be focusing and listening to the youth. So we need to empower our youth so that we have a direction as a country.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Founder and director of the Lungile Foundation, Unathi, thank you so much for joining us and bringing your amazing work to Afternoon Express.
Thank you very much for hosting me. all I can say that ours is to give hope to the people of South Africa and make sure that we try our best. We might not be everywhere, but at least we try with our best, and God will bless us and bless everyone who's helping in the foundation. Thank you very much.
More power to you, but Unathi. Now, losing a parent is a difficult thing for each and everyone to deal with. And what an inspiration Unathi is, who has both used his grief and his talent to honor his father through the Lungile Foundation, which is doing such an amazing job and making things better for those who need it the most.